The biggest mistake 55 plus buyers make in Rancho Mission Viejo is downsizing too aggressively. They pick the smallest plan they can tolerate, then the grandkids come to town and there's no place for anyone to land. The Elara Plan 1 is a new construction floor plan in Gavilan Ridge for the buyer who knew better. Let's go tour. Here's why it happens, and it's not carelessness. It is discipline pointed at the wrong target. You've spent years in a home with rooms you stopped walking into, so when you finally move, the instinct is to cut hard, and most of that instinct is correct. The yard should get smaller, the staircase should disappear from your routine, but somewhere in the cutting, the guest room becomes an office, the office becomes storage, and the home quietly loses the ability to hold anyone but the two of you. You feel it the first time someone wants to stay more than a night and you are doing the math on the sofa. Cut the maintenance, keep the capacity, two different decisions. And I know I'm Dave Archuletta with the Archuletta team. I've helped over 600 households buy and sell here in Rancho Mission Viejo. A full owner suite on the ground floor, a second bedroom also on the ground floor, and a completely separate upstairs suite with its own covered deck, all in one plan is a structural decision. It is not something you renovate in later. You either have it or you don't. This one has it. Let's check it out. Through the front door, and the home makes its argument immediately. The entry is a corridor, and the corridor is aimed straight down the sightline past the great room. There's glass, and past the glass, there's ridgeline. That view is available from the front door. Most single-level plans in Rancho Mission Viejo either open straight into the great room with no transition or dead end into a wall and kill the sightline. Past the entry, the home opens. Kitchen, dining room, and great room share one volume, and the great room holds that view. Multi-slider panel across the back wall, covered patio beyond it, rooftops below, ridgeline behind those. Great rooms this size across R&V usually seat a sofa or a love seat and call it finished. This one takes a full sectional, a coffee table, and a walkway behind the sofa. Real quick, here are the numbers on this home. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath home in the village of Gavilan Ridge in Rancho Mission Viejo. The home is 2,454 square feet across 2 levels. The owner suite and second bedroom are both on the ground floor. Upstairs is a 3rd bedroom and 3rd full bath and a huge bonus room. This is the Elara Plan 1. The garage is a 2-car attached garage. Gavilan Ridge is the age-qualified 55-plus village at Rancho Mission Viejo. The HOA is $336 a month, and the Mello-Roos is about $14,286 a year. The kitchen sits in the middle of the home, not at the end of it. Island first, it seats 3, sink is in it, which means you face the great room while you work instead of facing a wall. Single level counter, no raised bar. The perimeter runs on an L. Gas cooktop under a stainless chimney hood. Double wall ovens. Full depth refrigerator, tile backslash underlit uppers, then the walk-in pantry, not a cabinet pantry. A room deep enough to keep small appliances off the counter permanently. This is to tell that this plan was drawn for people who still love to cook. The dining space sits between the kitchen and the great room, and it seats 6 without borrowing from either one. Along the wall, a full built-in run, cabinets below, stone counter, tiled backsplash, floating shelves above, a serving counter and a storage wall in one piece of casework. In a plan this size, the dining room is usually the first thing to get eaten. It becomes a walkway with a table in it. This one has its own casework, its own fixture, its own window. The window faces the side yard, not the view. On a compact home site, that is the trade. The ridgeline went to the living room, and here it is. Multi-panel slider across the back wall, rooftops falling away behind the glass, ridgeline past those. This is the view the whole main floor was organized around. The slider stacks rather than swings, so the opening is nearly the full width of the wall. Open it and the covered patio stops behind a separate room. Paneling on the media wall, television mounted into it. The plan also offers a fireplace here instead, which you can decide at contract, not added later. And it stays open to the kitchen so nobody cooking is cut off from anybody sitting. That doorway off the living room leads to the primary suite, ground floor, windows on 3 walls, and the largest one holds the same ridgeline the living room gets. You wake up to it every single day. Paneling behind the bed, a door straight out to the covered patio, which is a plan option, so confirm it in the home you are considering. The room takes a king with nightstands on both sides and still has floor left over, and nothing about getting to bed involves a staircase. Through the bedroom and the bath runs to the length of the suite. Dual vanity, quartz counter, 2 mirrors, scallop tile across the full wall behind them, soaking tub set under a window, separate showering glass with floor-to-ceiling tile and a mosaic floor. And the walk-in closet opens off this room, shelf and rod as it sits, which is the easy candidate for a custom build if you want to get more out of the space. On the complete opposite side of the floor plan is the second bedroom that sits at the front of the home. It's also ground floor, windows on 2 walls, so it takes light from 2 directions instead of 1. You've got carpet underfoot, full closet behind a door, not a curtain rod and a shelf. The room takes a queen with nightstands on both sides, office, guest room, hobby room, whatever you need it to be, and whoever's in it is not sharing a wall with the primary suite. The second bath sits right outside the bedroom, single vanity, quartz counter, frame mirror, walk-in shower behind glass with marble look hexagon tile. And here's the part worth pointing out. This bath is not an ensuite, and that is the better arrangement for this plan. It opens to the hall so anyone visiting the main living areas can use it without walking through a bedroom. The laundry room is right off the entry corridor, utility sink with a quartz counter running from it, cabinets below, and a shelf above the machines. That counter is long enough to fold on, which is the difference between a laundry room and a closet with a washer and dryer in it. Let's head upstairs to the loft. Real quick, if you like what you see, I do these Rancho Mission Viejo home tours 2 to 3 times a week, so hit the subscribe button for more Rancho Mission Viejo homes. At the top of the stairs, a full second living room, and it holds more view than anything downstairs. Windows along 2 walls, ridgeline across both, and a slider out to a covered deck. Accent wall, ceiling fan, carpet underfoot, media wall already wired. Second living room, studio, fitness space, overflow living when the house is full. Whatever you need it to be, it can be. And here's what makes it work. This floor can sit dark for months and the home still functions completely on the ground level. Upstairs is capacity, not obligation. Off the bonus room, the deck. Covered, not open, shade in August, usable in February, horizontal railing instead of solid stucco so the view carries through at seating height. This is the highest point in the home, open hills across the span, rooftops below, enough elevation that you are looking over the neighborhood rather than into it. The third bedroom is off the bonus room, windows on 2 walls with hills through both, paneling behind the bed, ceiling fan, full closet with a door, takes a queen with nightstands and still has floor left. Now think about what someone staying up here has. A bedroom, a full bath, a living room, a covered deck, and a floor nobody else is using. That is a guest suite. Most homes call a spare room with an air mattress a guest suite. This one earned it. The third bath is on the hall outside the bedroom, single vanity, quartz counter, full width mirror, tub and shower combination with tile surround, same arrangement as downstairs. 3 full bathrooms in a Gavilan home in Rancho Mission Viejo is not something you see that often. Let's head back downstairs. Real quick, if you want the address, the full details, or want to see this home in person, comment private tour below and I'll personally reach out, or call or text me at 949-550-2307. Back downstairs through the slider, and this is where the home lands. Covered patio first, deep enough for a full table of 6 and still under a covered roof. Past the cover, opens up and keeps going. Stone seat wall around the perimeter with a built-in fire feature set into it. Wrought iron at the edge instead of a block wall, which is the decision that matters most out here. And because the fence sits at the bottom of the slope, it falls below eye level. Buyers often ask me how much of this yard is actually theirs. That concrete line is your answer. Slope side is HOA regulated. The other side towards the house side is all yours. Turf lawn, planting beds along the fence, no mower, no irrigation to babysit, built-in barbecue with counter and sink at the far end. And this lot sits above the street below, so the view runs across rooftops and out to open hills with nothing in the way. Here's what living in Gavilan Ridge actually gets you. The club at Gavilan Ridge is exclusive to residents here. Lap pool, fitness center, pickleball and bocce, a club bar, a ballroom, a meeting space around a courtyard with fire pits, seating, and hillside views off the back. That is a social hub, not a room with a card table in it. And you are not walled off from the rest of the ranch. Gavilan residents get the other 55+ clubhouses, plus the full all-age amenity network at Rancho Mission Viejo. Every pool, every park, the trail system, the all-age pickleball complex, a village built around your phase of life, and a ranch built around everybody. And daily life out here is easier than the location suggests. Los Patrones Business Park is a 6-minute drive with Frisbee Cellars, Seven Hills Pizzeria, Zuri Pet Spa, and Sit Mean Sit dog training. A short drive down the road puts you at Sendero Marketplace with Gelson's, In-N-Out Burger, Starbucks, and the office of the Archuletta team. Groceries, coffee, dinner, all of it inside 10 minutes, and that is hard to come by in South Orange County. So back to the promise at the top of this video. I said the mistake 55 plus buyers make in Rancho Mission Viejo is downsizing so hard that when everyone comes to stay, there's nowhere for anyone to land. Here is where this plan lands them. A 3rd bedroom, a 3rd full bathroom, a bonus room, and a covered deck, all on a floor that you are not using. Someone can arrive and have a bedroom, a full bath, a living room, and outdoor space, and not cross paths with your morning until they want to. And you gave up nothing to get it. Primary suite on the ground floor, 2nd bedroom on the ground floor, kitchen, dining, living, and laundry all on the 1st level. Every function you need daily lives on 1 level. Nothing about your routine requires a staircase. That is the whole thing. You did not downsize less, you downsized correctly. Live on 1 floor, host on 2. If this could be your next home in Rancho Mission Viejo, or you're looking for a home just like it, comment private tour below and I'll personally reach out, or call or text me at 949-550-2307. If you're thinking about selling in Rancho Mission Viejo, an online estimate is not a strategy. The first 2 weeks on market decide your final sale price. Tap the link below to set up a home selling game plan strategy meeting with me. I'm Dave Archuletta with the Archuletta team, #1 realtor and team in Rancho Mission Viejo. Subscribe for weekly Rancho Mission Viejo home tours and monthly RMV market updates. See you around the neighborhood.